Hello and welcome back to the Malt Miller YouTube channel. We're going to have a sit around the table discussion about some of the things that we have done over the last little while and some of the things that we are looking to do in the future.
Well, it's been a little bit of a while, hasn't it, since we did one of these. Quite a lot's happened, and also there's quite a few things in the pipeline. Rob, because this has probably been the funnest thing that's happened of late, do you want to give us a little bit of an update about what you did last week?
Yeah, I'm just back from San Diego.
Very nice indeed.
Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle, but I managed to have a lot of fun at Homebrew Con San Diego, which was an amazing event. And actually, if any of you would ever get the chance to go out and experience that event, it really is fantastic.
Yeah, and it is, we joke, but it is a work trip, right? You are going with a specific view of looking at new exciting stuff that's happening in the world of homebrewing, right?
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, we right from the very start of Malt Miller, we've basically travelled all over the world looking for new products, new ways of doing things, and general developments in the homebrewing and brewing world. And part of that is going to Homebrew Con and seeing what's going on in the States, and it works really, really well.
Nice. Anything exciting really stand out for you this trip?
The talks that they do there, you can actually just completely immerse yourself in that. So they do Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and every single day there's lectures all morning. Then there's a break for lunch, and then there's lectures all afternoon, and then every evening there is some sort of fun event.
Yeah.
Obviously beer based. They do club night and loads of different events, and then there's week-long events that go on in and around the host city.
Yeah.
So you can travel out and go to different breweries that are putting on events. It's an amazing experience. And then obviously you have the trade show as well, so you can go and visit vendors, anything to do with homebrew, and pretty much they'll be there.
Fantastic. And were there any exciting trends that you saw in the US that you think we might be starting to see over here, or things that are going to make their way over the pond?
Yeah, and a few bits and pieces that we've got coming actually. So yeah, we can talk about that a little bit later on. There's some really interesting developments in, especially considering I was in San Diego on the West Coast. So it was very much how do you hop a West Coast IPA, and that was kind of like the theme that we really picked up during the whole Homebrew Con. Actually, some really interesting ideas about using some lesser known hops in different stages during the brewing process, and how to really produce awesome flavors from lesser known hops. And actually I found that really interesting.
Fantastic. Well, I'm sure we'll come on to some of that, and awesome to see that there's some exciting stuff on the horizon.
Yeah, good.
Bit closer to home, we've had some other new things happen here recently, haven't we? Jo, what's been occurring here?
The massive game of Jenga, which was unloading a 40-foot high cube container full of our own branded kit, which is fantastic. Kettles and FVs, all personalised to Malt Miller, which we're really excited about.
And actually, that our Malt Miller 30-litre fermenter that we brought in, we teased that, didn't we, a while ago on some videos and some other channels.
Well, yeah, we've been using the sample one for a few months, so we could kind of get our teeth into kind of how it works and how to make the most of using that product. Using it with GC2, GCA, using it with GC4. It's been a great bit of kit, so I can't wait to see what customers get up to with that.
Yeah. And the reaction's been fantastic from customers. The minute we got them in, there was loads of people looking at getting them, and actually loads shipped within the first couple of days, and we're already seeing people tag us in posts on social media where they're using it, which is awesome to see.
So easy to set up with the GCA kit or straight onto a GC2. The fact that they're half-inch BSP fitting on the coil means it's just goes straight onto John Guest, makes it so easy. In fact, I've had that Baltic Porter that I made for one of our videos, and it's been sat at 2 degrees for the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant.
And it's clearing up nicely, right?
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Over on YouTube then, Martin, you and I have been getting our feet wet and putting some content together all around pressure fermentation, actually, haven't we? Something that you know, you and I have both dabbled with a bit in the past, but actually we've really thrown ourselves into over the last month or so. It's been awesome, hasn't it?
It's been really interesting because there's been a lot of learnings in this area of home brewing. Yes, I was doing it a few years ago with the original Fermentosaurus, but you would never have thought to do a lager at like room temperature, well, actually a ridiculous room temperature, like 28, 30 degrees, have it done in a week.
It's amazing. It
Yeah,
really is.
it's been a bit of an eye-opener for us, hasn't it? And
Yeah.
actually those two lagers that we made, trying them side by side, they were different because they were different yeasts, but both of them, there was no off flavours at all from the yeast. No funk, no sulphur or anything like that. It was really, really interesting.
Yeah, and it's been the same with the kind of West Coast Pilsner we're doing at the moment, which is kind of hopefully going to be ready for tasting tomorrow. Again, there's just no sulphury aromas coming out of it, and it's absolutely, the yeast is just ripped through the fermentation.
I know, yeah. Game changers, right? Game
Yeah.
changers. Fantastic. Rob, one other thing on the sort of here and now stuff that you're particularly invested and excited in.
No.
Do you want to tell everybody at home what's going on?
Yeah, occasionally there's products that you really, really want and you can't get them for various different reasons, whether that be legality or shipping or just the producer doesn't want to sell it to you or whatever. I've been desperate to bring Phantasm powder to the homebrew market like for the last couple of years, ever since I first heard about it, and it's been a bit of an uphill struggle actually to try and get it. Well, now we've got it and it's on the website.
Yes.
So so that was that battle has been won. I haven't had a chance to use it myself yet. I am going to brew on Friday, and I am going to use that product. And loads of experimentation to be done, but the whole idea of it is that there's a massive, long, complicated backstory behind it, or we could just look at it as used in the right way. It unlocks different types of flavors from different types of hops when used in conjunction with various different types of yeast.
Yeah, so we're in the realms of files here, right?
Exactly that.
And that product is known to make a significant difference to unlocking some of those flavour compounds, right?
Yeah, indeed. So a lot of this has come from using the GM altered yeasts that especially Amiga have really been into. Now, we can't have GM altered yeasts in, well, pretty much anywhere in the world apart from the US. So we can't get those yeasts here. However, there are yeasts that do work with it. White Labs have come up with one, their Tropicale, and WHC have come up with their Hop Unlock. And also there's talk about some of the what we would consider more simple yeast, like the SO4, really working quite well with Phantasm. So
yes, yeah, actually, some of those sort of traditional English strains, right?
Exactly
London
that.
Fog, London Ale 3, those things are being muted that they could potentially work in a similar way. So really exciting.
Yeah, and it's not just thiols in hops either. So it's thiols in malt. So I'm really, really interested in using it in conjunction with like a traditional English best bitter, for example, and just finding out what that can do to that.
Yeah.
It is aroma only. It's not a flavour booster. You know, it is aroma, but you know, we drink with our noses.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely.
Yeah, it could be really interesting.
Events. We've got some really exciting events coming up over the next couple of months. First one is going to be in Reading at Double Barrel Brewery. We're doing a Meet the Supplier evening. We did one back in March with Brew Tools in London, and it was a fantastic event.
It was really
good.
Yeah.
It was great. So this one is with Bathhouse. It's all about hops, hop products, liquid products, and they're going to come along. There's a couple of guys from Bathhouse coming along to meet with us at Double Barreled with Reading amateur homebrewers and anyone else who'd like to come along. What we want to try and do is do some education, show you guys in person and from the supplier more about the products, what you can do with them, the benefits of them, how you can create more beer through less wastage and improve your flavour.
Yeah.
So the next one is on the 12th of July. It's at Double Barreled.
That's with Reading Amateur Brewers as well, isn't it?
It is with Reading Amateur Brewers and Bathhouse. So that should be really good. So if anyone wants to come along, please just rock up. It'd be great to see you. We're doing loads of socials, so it will tell you all about it. I think the event starts at 7 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, so yeah, meet there at 7 with a view to kicking off at 7:30. In fact, Double Barrel would have been fantastic. They don't normally open their tap room on a Wednesday, but they are doing it specifically just for us and for this event. So yeah, we want to see as many people as possible come along to that because it'll be really good fun.
Yeah, really good.
And actually, the whole idea about this is so that we can go out and meet our existing customers and give them information that they might not be able to get just pulling off the website. It's just so pockets of information that can be picked up from these sort of events. Be really
This is
good.
kind of like what you said about when you went to San Diego. You've got the talks there. This is bringing some education, but taking it to people where they are.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rather than making them travel to.
It's that in-person thing, which is really good, and you can have a whole evening looking at, drinking, trying, learning all about these amazing products, and it's something we're looking at. Carrying on around the country with different suppliers in different areas of the country. So, we've done one, it worked really well. This is going to be a great evening as well, and it's going to be good fun, actually, really good fun.
Then after that, we've got
GBBF, British Beer Festival, which is taking place in London on the 2nd to the 5th. We're there from the 2nd to the 5th of August. So we're going to have a stand as part of the Discovery Bar, similar to how we did last year, but bigger, better, more equipment, more ingredients, hops, malt, yeast, and loads of our suppliers are going to be with us as well. So guys from Grainfather are coming down to support, and Bath House are going to be there, and we're still in discussion with a few other suppliers with regards to being there. So again, it's a great opportunity to come along, see us, see the products, talk to us, learn more, get in and discover, and also bring people along that like beer but don't necessarily brew. It's a great opportunity for them to go to the festival, drink some beer, meet loads of people, try ingredients that are associated with beers that are on tap on the Discovery Bar, and just get involved.
Yeah, the thing last year that struck us, last year was our first year exhibiting at GBBF, and the thing that really struck us was just, first of all, how many people are there. A celebration of cask in its absolute glory. The amount of people that are there enjoying, our national version of beer, right? That we do the best in the world. But then, how many of those people came over and didn't realise how accessible homebrewing is these days, and actually how good the product is at the end of it. Even if you're brewing, beer extract kits, they've moved on so much in the last 10 years that actually you can be turning out awesome beer really, really easily and the comfort of your own home,
Yeah, you've got beer kits, you've got the kitchen brew kits.
Small
all
batch.
the way up to, all-in-one kits and 3-vessel. It's just, there's just so much out there, and it's so accessible.
It's just such a great day out. Like you say, it's a great celebration of cask. There's some fantastic breweries there. I mean, that brewery list that's come out today.
Oh, it's amazing.
You've got Thornbridge, you've got Osset, you've got Siren are going to be there. And then you've got your regional bars. So such a relaxed atmosphere. Stand there, enjoy a beer, no time pressure.
No.
Have a chat, let's talk about home brewing. Let's talk about what you're drinking, what you're brewing.
And there's a discount code that we've been sending out to everyone for use. That gives you a few pounds off your ticket price as well.
There'll be a link in the description below. So if you want to buy yourself a ticket, follow the link in the description to our blog post. At the end of that blog post is your discount voucher to enter onto GBBF's website for your general admission. One other event that we are really looking forward to in the latter part of the summer, early autumn, is actually we're going to be taking ourselves to Hackney Brewery once again, but this time for Craft Beer Channel's Love and Beer Festival, which we're really thrilled to be invited to. We've been long-time supporters of the Craft Beer Channel. Obviously, we partner with them on all of their homebrew content, but also they're friends of the business, and we've spent a lot of time with them before, right?
It's going to be a really good fun evening.
Really looking forward to that.
It's kind of a celebration, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's their
it
celebration.
It's a celebration of 10 years of the channel. And as part of that, they're going to have 10 collaborations on that they're working with breweries that they've done projects with. But what we're going to be doing is bringing our homebrew slant to that, and actually some of the beers that they've brewed as part of their homebrew collabs and videos, we're going to take versions of them along, so that actually you can all get to try some of the beer that they've made over the years on the channel and that we've helped them with. Again, there'll be a link in the description below. Tickets are limited on it. I think there's only 300 tickets available, and I think that a good portion of those have gone.
Yeah.
But please, if you're in and around the area, it'd be awesome to see you. And I mean, just being on that Black Horse Beer Mile again is so cool, because there's loads of great places to go and drink. There's obviously the winery at the end of the industrial estate there. So if you fancy a bit of a change from beer at some point in the evening, you can go and try some awesome wine. And there's obviously the scooter shop there that you always get distracted by. As well.
No, I've always got one eye that's like. Yeah.
Half on the
I dare
scooters,
say
half on the beer.
I dare say you'll probably be in exile until the early hours as well, James, like normal, because we know you like doing a little bit of dancing.
Yeah, well,
those on TikTok will know that anyway.
I keep saying this. I don't think there's a video of me dancing on TikTok.
There will.
There will be.
I can rectify that, don't worry. I've got plenty.
Moving on then to some of the projects we've got in the pipeline. Obviously, this all sits in my arena of editing videos and not being caught dancing on camera. We've got a few projects lined up. The Brew With Us series, actually we've had a bit of a quiet spell, but that's not through lack of planning and that kind of stuff. It's actually just trying to get stuff lined up with breweries who are obviously really, really busy all the time. But we are really committed to making sure that whatever content we bring you is thoroughly informative and adds to the hobby, right? And adds to
a little while.
Yeah. But we're really excited because we've got 4 that are going to be aiming to land before the end of the year. Joe, do you want to tell us about the first one, because this is something that you've made happen, which we're really excited about?
I am very excited about this one. We're going to brew with Burnt Mill, which is fantastic. They do some amazing beers, and for me, they also do some awesome gluten-free beers.
Yes.
Which there's a myth on gluten-free. It's made differently. It's not. It's just you put some additives in, which takes the gluten out, reduces it right down. So you wouldn't taste the difference on any of the gluten-free beers, but they are absolutely awesome. So we're really looking forward to working with Sophie later on in the year on getting some brewing done, which is great.
And we can't tell you exactly what we're going to be making with them at this point.
It's very good.
But it is going to be absolutely awesome.
It's exciting. Very exciting.
Very much so. We've got another Brew With Us lined up as well, Martin, that you have paved the way for.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to confess, most of the ones I kind of go chasing are the ones I absolutely love and adore drinking.
Same for
So
all of us,
at the moment,
isn't it?
currently talking with Mark Tranter from Burning Sky, and hopefully we'll get down there in the next few months, look at doing some different things with them. Can't really go into too much detail at the moment, but there should be something, one of their core beers possibly, and then looking something more along the kind of wild and kind of funky. But yeah.
I mean, they are
Exciting.
renowned for the funk, so
He has got a lot to be able to teach us
Yeah.
and our viewers. That's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I can't wait to get down there and see what they get up to behind the doors of the brewery, but also just spend that time with Mark, such a knowledgeable guy.
Yeah.
And
It'll be
obviously,
amazing.
it's all about passing that on to everybody at home. So,
Yeah.
that's really exciting. One that I've been working on is with some friends we made back at the beginning of the year as part of the International Women's Day collab we did. We are looking to go and make something that is going to be really, really of the season, because it's going to be around late September, early October. We're looking at doing a project with Good Chemistry. Now, Bob and Kelly are both absolutely wonderful people, but Bob's background as a really successful home brewer, beer judge, won awards at the National Homebrew competition before setting up Good Chemistry with his partner Kelly. Actually, Bob's best area when it comes to making beer is all about those like traditional best bitters, ESBs, really like malt forward stuff. And we're really looking forward to working on a project with them. And then we've got one last project towards the end of the year,
which has been kind of like 18 months in the
Making.
work. Yeah, well, they're a very busy brewery. it's just so hard to get time, and kind of it's got to work for both of us. But yeah, following my love and passion for all things Cornish and Cornish beer, and my trips down there and enjoying pints of tribute, we are lining up to go down to St Austell and visit Georgina and get a tour of the brewery and learn more about how they brew their beer and how they make the most out of that beautiful Cornish gold malt that we've got.
I know.
Yeah.
Honestly, this next little while we've got some
it's
awesome stuff lined up,
absolutely
right?
smashing it.
And you know, I think rounding the year off with a trip to Cornwall
Still be
to
brilliant.
St Austell would be just like the icing on the cake, right?
We
Yeah, I
all
can't
go.
Yeah.
So Joe, you touched on earlier about the container we've just recently received.
Yeah.
Rob, you've been busy ordering some others which are coming in soon.
Yeah, I have, and yeah, it's been actually really exciting. The first one arriving is from Brew Tech. So we've got some new products from them actually. So there's a revamp of the brew bucket, and there's also a revamp of some of the fermenters that we order from them. So it would be really nice to have a restock, see some of that new equipment actually that I've just checked out in San Diego, and it's looking they're big improvements over what are already awesome products, but they've really stepped up and done some really good improvements though. So I'm really looking forward to seeing those.
The mash tuns, they'll be on there, which everyone always asks for.
Yeah.
Yeah, mash. Actually, it's a funny thing that just to buy an off-the-shelf ready-made mash tun, if you don't want plastic, is actually impossible. Apart from if you order Brew Tech, So yeah, there'll be a complete restock of those, and those mash tuns are an absolute heart of any 3-vessel system. They're absolutely fantastic.
And then your other container.
Yeah, a little bit later, so a month or so after the Brew Tech, we've got a massive container coming from Kegland. We've stocked some Kegland products since way back, right, actually, first started importing in 2012 or so. This is now going to be a really big push on some of their more up-to-date products, some products that they've literally just released. So there's going to be a wealth of brand new products to us and also brand new products to the market coming in that container. Really super excited about it.
So really keep an eye on the new product section on the website as you start to add things. As we get a date for when that container lands, we'll start seeing them appear on the website.
Yeah,
exactly. That,
Make sure you signed up to our newsletter if you aren't already. Again, the link's in the description below, because we'll be putting out emails to inform everybody as and when bits and pieces are arriving with us, right?
I know there's definitely a couple of items on there I want for my home brewery anyway.
Yeah, we've gone big on this, so it's actually really exciting.
Folks, that about wraps things up here from us at Malt HQ. We hope you've enjoyed this update. We always enjoy letting you know as much as we possibly can about what's been going on and what's coming up. Now, one last thing. Over on our Instagram page and on our TikTok page, you could be in with a chance of winning 4 festival beer kits. Now, the 4 kits that are available are the new limited edition range, which are all inspired by awesome British beers. So head over to Instagram and TikTok, find the post, and get in with your opportunity to win one of those beer kits. We really hope to see you at some of our events that are happening over the course of the next 6 months. It means a lot to us for everybody that makes the effort to come and say hi. So we're really looking forward to seeing you. Other than that, I think all that remains is have a great brew.